and today, I'm gonna tell you about my awful boss, and my unfaithful ex-husband. But first, hit like and subscribe. My boss, Loretta James, hated me with a passion, and her favorite hobby was to put me down.
Willoughby Wallaby Wyoming, the elephant here is Naomi.
What's worse, is that she has the hots for my husband, Ryan. I realized that, when I looked at his phone while he's in the shower.
Puppy love, when are you finally gonna ditch that ugly heffalump, huh?
Soon, ma chérie. Oh, so very soon.
I became Loretta's main target for bullying, ever since day one.
You. Why can't you take care of yourself, Willoughby? You're chasing away all our clients, you know that?
I'm sorry, Ms. James, I'll try to change.
Well, then don't let it happen again, capiche?
Ryan joined me at a company party. We were having a good time, until Ms. James showed up, and belittles me in front of him.
OMG, Willoughby, can't you put on something a bit more presentable? You're dragging down our company image, you know.
And with that, she stormed off.
Dang, Naomi. I had no idea you have such a ravishing beauty as the president of your company.
Yeah, and she's a vile one too. As of then, Ryan began to hide from me, whenever he's on his phone.
Excuse me, I gotta go take this.
I wonder what he would possibly hide from me. Then he started to spew some snarky comments about me.
Hey love muffin. Are you sure you're putting on the right size? Ha 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 ha.
Oh no. First Loretta, and now Ryan? I told my favorite colleagues, Janine and Elaine, about my predicament.
Well, Naomi, I believe there's an explanation for this.
Really?
Yeah. It appears that Ryan has a mistress.
What?
That's right. Ryan was definitely going behind your back.
How could you say that? He said, I'm his one and only true love. At first, I didn't believe them. Until I found proof of his little affair a week later.
Ah, ma chérie. Thanks for that wonderful evening.
Anytime, handsome. Love you.
Yep. That idiot hubby of mine was cheating on me. I was afraid of getting dumped on the spot, so I decided to keep quiet, and junk food was my only source of comfort. When my boss noticed that I put on more weight, the bullying only escalated.
Mrs. Willoughby, our last client was complaining about you for looking like an elephant. You have got to get your act together, or else.
I'm sorry, Ms. James, it won't happen again. My stress level is so high that I became extremely ill. I thought Ryan would be by my side no matter what, but... Sugar Dove, where are you going?
On a business trip.
When will you be back?
I'm gonna be very busy, and there will barely be time for us to talk, so not anytime soon.
I felt so sorry for myself that I started to cry. I thought long and hard about Ryan's stupid affair. Is he really that fed up with me or something? I wanted him to say it directly to my face. But, even when I recovered, he didn't come back. Maybe something bad happened to him. Because he never answered my calls or messages. When I got back to work, my desk was occupied by someone else. Who are you, and what are you doing in my space?
I'm Teresa, and I'm the new hire around here. Nice to meet you.
That's right, Loretta didn't hesitate for the duration of my sick leave to replace me.
Looks like Retta's unhappy with you.
As usual. As long as I'm around, she would never be happy.
Fortunately for you, today's her day off.
So I went to Loretta's place, and guess what I saw there? What the deliberate hell? Yep. That's what's been going on. So, this is your business trip you're on about?
Oh. Naomi. What a surprise.
So, how long?
Remember that corporate party last summer?
Yeah. Sorry, Nye, but I realized that Loretta's the one for me, instead of you.
That's right. You gotta understand that he doesn't like to be seen with a heffalump like you.
And now that you've known the truth, I want a divorce. I'm gonna live here with Retta from now on.
Oh, and by the way, Lumpy, in case you hadn't figured it out yet.
Don't waste your breath, Rhett. You'll find my letter of resignation on your desk tomorrow morning. Goodbye. And that's how I lost my husband, and my job, at the same time. I've been depressed, and cried myself to sleep for 3 weeks. Until one day, I've got a phone call that changed my life for the better.
Good day everyone. For those who don't remember me, my name is Tanisha Digley. And I'm here to update you guys on what's been going on in my life. Mind you, if you didn't watch my story from over a year ago, then I suggest you check that out by clicking the link description down below. First of all, let me give you a recap. I was born after my parents, Judy and Davis Preachings, were still in college. To them, I was a huge mistake. So they dumped the responsibilities onto my grandparents, Mom's parents, until they figured themselves out. Even if I was back to living with them again, they chose to avoid me like the plague. My only parental figure I had was my nanny named Genesis. When my 5-year younger sister Desiree came into the picture, Mom and Dad happily treated her like a princess. They gave her all the fancy clothes, bags, toys, and even money she ever wanted. When they realized ignoring my presence wasn't enough for them, they started to compare Desiree to me, which gave Desi an excuse to bully me every chance she got.
Good God Almighty. Why are you so worthless, sis? Things would have gone better if you didn't exist.
But thankfully, my school life was different. I was a straight A student, and I made lots of friends over the years. I obviously left the house at age 18, much to my family's delight. After college, I worked my fingers to the bone to afford rent and to make an honest living. And soon, my efforts paid off. I became the president of Dreamland Incorporated. Things were going great until my parents and sister called to beg me for financial help. They said that their business was tanking. At first, I was willing to help them out. But eventually, I found out that the liars were spending all the money I gave them on their pleasure. So, I decided to cut them off permanently. If you think you can use me as a private ATM, you best think again. Then, they got all mad, calling me greedy, selfish, and other sorts of dirty names. But I fired back at them, and gave them a piece of my mind for the first time ever. And they never bothered me again. From then on, their lifestyles became a great big mess. They had to sell all their possessions in order to save face. But that wasn't good enough. So they had to move to a tattered old apartment. And Desi had to give up on going to college until further notice. As for me, I now live in a big, beautiful mansion. I have a stupendous husband, cruise ship Captain Liam Digley III.
I'm not wearing my uniform right now.
And remember that nanny who took care of me since my childhood? She's also his auntie, and yes, she lives with us now. Unluckily for me, I'm barren, which means I can't give birth whatsoever. So we resorted to adopting 6 children. Compared to my old family, we've always been loving and fair to everyone. Not to mention, my business is expanding and reaching new heights each day. You know something? I'm that very client Loretta has been talking about. I wanted to do business with her company. But the reason why I didn't go through that plan was because I've heard about the way she treated Naomi for the past few years. I mean, come on. Who would ever, in their right mind, would want to merge with bullies like her? Speaking of Naomi, I'm actually on the phone with her right now.
Hello, Willoughby's residence, Naomi speaking.
Hey Naomi, long time no see. Heard you quit. Are you okay?
Well actually, no. I had been in a foul mood, thanks to her.
Aw, poor baby. You must really hate your job, huh? But guess what? We're hiring.
Really? That's amazing news.
How would you like to work for me? I'll make sure you'll never get body shamed by anybody, ever again.
Oh really? It'll be my honor. Thanks, Mrs. Diggory.
No problem. Welcome to Dreamland Inc.
Thanks to Tanisha, I felt like I'm in heaven, to this day.
Bravo, girl. You're the best. Our clients loved your work.
And I couldn't have done it without you. I worked hard to build a name for myself. And I've been making a ton of money. And soon I transformed into the ravishing beauty that I've ever dreamt of being. One day, I returned to the city, after a 3-week-long business trip. And I was waiting for my Uber to carry me home.
Get in.
About time. I got in the van, and you wouldn't believe who's my driver. That's right. Ryan is nothing like he used to be. Willoughby, wow. Who's the elephant now?
Good to see you too, Naomi.
Care to tell me how you end up here?
If you insist. After our divorce, my life has gone downhill. First off, I got sacked from the company I used to work for, after my boss heard how I treated you from Tanisha. Loretta stole all my savings. Cheated on me with my younger cousin, Willoughby. The one who I used to torment, back in grade school. And kicked me out of her house.
We don't need a loser like you in our lives.
Yeah. So long, cuz.
I've been stress eating for quite a while now, and gained a lot of weight. And now, people are poking fun of me. Looking back, I realize how hard you had it every time I humiliated you, since the moment I started cheating with Retta. And I was wrong to do such a thing.
Wow, man. Looks like God wasted no time into punishing you for your bad habits, huh? Well, that's what you get for cheating on me with my bully in the first place. You're reaping what you sow. But still, if it weren't for you ditching me, I wouldn't have gotten the time to get my act together. So, thanks. Oh look, there's my stop. After hopping out of the van, I bid my former hubby farewell. Good luck, and I hope you learn your lesson. A while later, I was having coffee with my boss and my old friends when we saw Loretta on the news on my laptop.
It's Justin, a company president in her mid-30s, got arrested and charged with tax evasion and multiple counts of harassment of other subordinates. And she'll be serving 10 years in the state penitentiary, plus 5 more years of community service. We would like to thank our local hero and undercover cop, Willoughby Hudson, for bringing that corrupt businesswoman to justice.
I think I can finally let things go.